BAF 871, ICT Management, Module 2, Study Session 2. Arranging multiple workbook windows. The expected duration of this study session is 1 week. Introduction. In this study session, you will learn how to arrange many workbooks when working in Excel. You will also study the different type of data that you can work with in an Excel environment and how these data types are arranged when typed into the spreadsheet. You will specifically learn the following as you go through this study session. 1. Arrangement of multiple workbook windows. 2. How to type in Excel. 3. Different data types in Excel. And 4. Building data sheets that can easily be scaled. Learning outcomes. At the end of this study session, it is expected that you will be able to 1. Arrange multiple workbooks. 2. Identify the different types of data used in Excel. And 3. Type in an Excel spreadsheet. Arranging multiple workbook windows. As you work with Excel, you will probably need to have more than one workbook open at a time. For example, you could open a workbook that contains customer contact information and copy it into another workbook to be used as the source data for mass mailing you create in Word. When you have multiple workbooks open simultaneously, you can switch between them by clicking the View tab, and then in the Window group, clicking the Switch Windows button and clicking the name of the workbook you want to view. To view multiple Excel workbooks at the same time, execute the following steps. First, open 2 or more workbooks. On the View tab, in the Windows group, click Arrange All. Select the desired arrange setting. For example, click Horizontal. Click OK. On the View tab, in the Window group, click View Side by Side. By default, synchronous scrolling is activated to scroll through both workbooks at the same time. See your online course study guide for pictorial representations as we work through Excel. How to type into Excel. In Excel, you type into small rectangular boxes called cells. I will be referring to everything you type or copy into Excel as data. A cell selected is addressed by a combination of the row and column. Cell A1 is the intersection of column A and row 1. A collection of millions of these cells make an Excel sheet. And an Excel file, also referred to as an Excel workbook, is a collection of more than one sheet. Sometimes what you type into a cell takes more space than the cell has. Don't worry, just expand the column width by dragging the right border of the column header. Different types of data in Excel. Excel recognizes 4 different data types: text, number, Boolean, and formula. Anything you type into Excel will fall into one of these. Text. Whenever you type alphabet or a mix of alphabet and numbers into Excel without preceding with the equal sign, everything is recognized as text. By default, Excel aligns text to the left of the cell. Number. If all you type into a cell are digits, they are recognized as numbers by Excel. By default, Excel aligns numbers to the right. Boolean. False and true are Boolean entries. You will hardly use them. They are used for setting up complex formulas. By default, whenever you type false or true in a cell, Excel will put it in uppercase and align it to the center. Formula. Once you begin a cell entry with the equal to sign, Excel treats anything you type after that as formula. See your online course study manual for pictorial representations in Excel. Building data sheets that can easily be scaled. Occasionally, you will have to work on a table whose data grows continually. We can refer to such tables as data tables. All tables hold data and can technically be referred to as a data table. But here, we will refer to all tables as just tables and limit the term data tables to only tables that grow perpetually. An example of such a table is an employee record table. As long as the company exists, the table will keep growing. And even if the company aims to not have over 100 employees, there will always be old employees leaving and new ones taken to replace them. And they all have to be captured in the employee record table. No employee's record is deleted when he or she leaves. There is only a field added to capture his or her resignation. There are some particular ways of treating a data table. Have only one data table on a sheet. Since a data table is expected to grow over time, having only one on a sheet lets you have access to all the rows and the columns in the Excel sheet. Start a data table as close to cell A1 as possible. Again, this is to afford you the maximum space in the sheet for growing your table. Avoid meaningless gaps in the data table. Make it as compact as possible. Arrange the fields such that the most important or basic fields come first. For example, in an employee record table, name should come before contact address. Have a field for every meaningful chunk of data. It is better to have separate fields for first name and last name than to have one field to hold both. Avoid merging cells in a data table. It is better to repeat cell entries rather than merge the cells. Merged cells aren't formula friendly. And as a bonus, avoid hiding rows and columns in the data table. This will save you a lot of future headaches. For additional information on arranging multiple workbook windows, visit the link in your online course study manual. Session summary. In this session, you have learned how to arrange multiple sheets in Excel, especially when you are working in different workbooks. Also, at this point, you can identify different types of data in an Excel worksheet and how they appear when typed into a cell. Self-assessment questions for study session 2. Congratulations on your successful completion of this study session. Please attempt the self-assessment exercises in your online course study guide. SAQ 2.1. Arrange multiple workbooks about names of your classmates in one workbook, their phone numbers in another, their birthdays in another sheet. SAQ 2.2. Open an Excel worksheet and type in different types of data that can be entered in an Excel sheet. SAQ 2.3. Type the name of your classmates in an Excel sheet and share it with them.